Hi there, my name's TheTrueNev, I'm the only me there is, and welcome back to the Satisfactory Noun Series, episode 14 this time. And yes, I am finally keeping count again, where today we will explore a new area in the hopes of building the next part of our base, as I mentioned in the previous 2 episodes, to be able to unlock the next couple of tiers in the space elevator. Now to do that, I'm first going to get over there, just to show you what the new area is going to be like. I've only barely scoped that out before, and as you can see here, I finished in the meantime those 2 buildings that I did not know what they would be. You know, the struts and then the operating base storage area. I'll show you those later though. For now, let's just get over there. We are heading for this giant tree area, and the very sad thing about this is that, honestly, this won't be here forever. And it's this way, yeah. We won't be here forever, or this won't be here forever, this giant, beautiful jungle thing, because a few weeks ago, they actually announced in a new update vlog thing that for Update 5, there will be a rework of this area. So, honestly, I'm kind of glad that they haven't updated it yet for this version of the game, for the early access version. It's currently on experimental, yes, but I'm not that crazy. I'm not crazy enough to actually try that out. That being said, this just means that we have to really take this in, really take in the beauty of this place while we can, and I'm going to stop this right here. No, not this episode. Oh no, that would be way too short. I'm going to stop this car right here because I have said it in the past and I will mention it again. I don't want to hurt or damage any of the plants, and that includes, well, driving over them with the vehicles. Yeah, driving over the plants, any destructible grass or plant thing really wrecks them. So for now, I'm just going to park this puppy here and hoof it on foot. But before we get into what this place will be like, or rather, before I start moving, there are some things that I need to explain. Wah! What's my face doing here, you must be wondering? Simple! I'm here to present to you a small outline of the idea I have for the new base in the jungle forest area, right? And see, the reason I'm doing this is simply because, hey, I'm a bad designer. What kind of a designer doesn't present the ideas first to the people, right? And it didn't feel right knowing that what I have in my head may not always be the final product. So I figured I'm gonna show off pretty much the basic sketch of an idea, and I'm using that word very specifically by showing you what I have in mind, and please bear in mind with my terrible paint skills for what the general idea, at least for the main hub of this new base, will be. The basic idea is this, right? We're gonna have, wherever we reach it, I don't even know how it's gonna go. All I know is that we have a basic outline of sorts. It's an outline of an outline, if you will. But basically it goes like this. We're gonna have our main platform, right? This is the basic idea. If you're looking at it from the front and top, this would be it. Let's just put up the little legs, because obviously we're not gonna have a frickin' thing on the ground. That's not the way I roll for Satisfactory. And we're gonna have a little bit of a ramp or something going up. Yeah? You still following me, right? So the idea is for it to have not a strut system so much as basically a main hub with what could be a generalized building for, I don't know, the final processing of materials or something like that in this area, with also some legs, maybe some ramps to get up, you know, the jump pads, or the thingamabob, you know, what's it called, the green gel thing that is used to land safely over here. We could have a hole in this area to drop down. I'm still planning that out. Point being that it would be this area for the final materials, and then out here an open space where we would have some container shipping area, you know, basically like a dock, if you will, or yeah, a shipping area and a dock. I'm terrible describing things. And then at the very end, and this is where this little sketch is kind of silly because it doesn't make much sense. At the very end, we're gonna have a second space elevator, provisionary only, because as I mentioned at the end of episode 12, and I've been mentioning all this time, this area will be basically to unlock the next tier in the space elevator, and obviously, if we're gonna make things in a specific area, it would be pointless to have to make them over there, to bring them back to the desert base. So instead I'm just gonna set everything up here, get a second space elevator going, and then, after all that is done, I will find a way, and this is where the real design aspect comes into it, I'll find a way to repurpose every factory around the main hub that are processing all the materials in that zone in order to transform this concept into a supercomputer factory. And yet, before we get to that, I would like to show you the map that I mentioned at the end of episode 12. This is just a screenshot of the map on the webpage. Sadly, I couldn't record the webpage, not because I couldn't, but because a freaking ad wouldn't stop popping up! Freaking ads! I used an ad blocker and everything and it didn't work. But anyway, this is the map. Northeast is where the desert base is. And this is the area where I want to set up the new base. As you can see, there's plenty of pure nodes and some medium nodes around here, and basically that's what this episode will be about. Setting up the base, setting up the foundation, and just exploring a bit, trying to find each one of these nodes so that I can later on move on to the actual building aspect. And now that we're back, let's see now. Okay. So this place is really beautiful. Really gotta, again, take it in. Update 4 won't be here forever. So these trees, eventually they'll be gone. Which is why I'm gonna try not to cut out too much of the exploration. At least as we get to the probable area where I'll want to set up the base. Afterwards though, we'll have to see. We'll have to see what happens. For now though, let's just pick this up, because why not? Because the funny thing is, I don't want to pick up grass, I don't want to hurt grass, I don't want to hurt any shrubbery. But trees supposedly respawn their fruit and nuts, so they are cool. And of course that means that I won't be able to use explosives so freely, because in these areas especially, it means that you could easily damage anything around it. So for now, we're just going to stick to the rifle. Let's start this exploration off right then by searching for a node, I guess. Iron ore? Okay, that was fast. There's actually already one here. We're gonna have to start marking them, I guess. Okay, we got plenty of beacons too. Let's go and... oh! Hey, bud. Dead? Ah, dead. Beautiful. Look at that. This is picture-worthy. It's beautiful. But yeah, unlike the beautiful flora and all these shrubbery and all that I really don't want to destroy, animals are 100% okay, because according to the developers also, just like fruit and nut trees respawn, though I have never seen it happen, so do the creatures, apparently. I'm going to try and take this as slow and as fast as possible, which is going to be a little weird, but let's keep going. Let's see what else we can see. As you can see, and I'm using that word a lot, see, there are plenty of shrubs, which is actually a good reason to not bring the car. What have we here? Couple of nodes. Oh, and another one of you buds. Alright. Die. And what have we here? A drop pod. Now this is especially interesting. Ah, I like seeing this here. Oh, that means that I can keep finding more recipes and... oh boy. Are you a big one? Ooh, you look big. I'll be right there. Let's just pick this trash up. Yoinkus, yoinkus, and doinkus. And what are the requirements? Drum roll, please. Am I gonna be able to open this today or not? No, well, I have the crystal oscillators, but not the power. So for now, let's just mark this area and keep going. All right, buddies, where are you? Oh, there you are. That's one. Where's your friend? Oh, hi, guys. That's two. Hold on, buddies. Are you gonna sit still? Beautiful. That's three. And would you look at this area? The things I gotta do just to get picture mode, huh? Here it is. Nope Swamp. We've been here before. We've been technically everywhere in the first playthrough, but this is the first time I've been back here since starting this new playthrough, and it is terrifying as I remember it. I have plans for this place, like I do for every other place, for every node, but more specifically, and I think if you notice that on the map, if not I can just put it up on screen again, behind this waterfall over here is a uranium node. And this is pretty much where I have planned to make the uranium power plant eventually, you know, nuclear when it comes to that, And if you're wondering why here, or why in this area, well, other than the drop pod, well, it's very simple. I thought, you know, what better place to have a nuclear power plant than, other than the Red Forest, this monstrosity of an area with all the nopes. It just feels right, you know, it feels appropriate. Sort of along the lines of, hey, there's mutations here. But anyway, let's keep going. Let's see if we can't find anything else. And I'll be making a quick pit stop here, just to admire the little tower in the south, but just to give you a general idea of where we are. Oh, I didn't see you, buddy. There you go. Ugh, just look at how beautiful this place really is. Also, I can already foresee myself easily getting lost. It's a good thing I have a map, but still, actually properly making a path to get to the new base is going to be imperative. Truly, truly a thing of beauty. I love this game. It's so beautiful. At every corner, every little thing. Oh, and we got some more buddies over here. Hey, look, it's the elephant things. And I think this area is another one. Come on, man. I think this area is actually the top of the waterfall. So that's good. We actually made it here. And there's definitely some bacon agaric here too, which I won't touch because unlike nuts and fruits, these don't regrow. But anyway, okay, so we made it to the top of the waterfall. We've made some progress. Excellent. Now, we keep going again. Oh! Not funny. Not funny. Not funny. Not funny, buddy. Not funny. Thank you. Not funny. Not funny at all. Okay, now we keep going for real. Alright, and... ooh, there's my tower. There's a slug right here, and another one of these guys? Oh, you're a big one. Okay. Hey, bud. Stop. You're gonna fall. Well, I mean, if you fall, that's good for me, but please stop. There you go. Beautiful. All right. And if I am not recalling incorrectly, this... whoa! Not that. This area we actually visited with our 4x4 dune buggy thing when we first came here on our expeditionary voyage in the first series. And I do recall this bridge. I seem to recall this area. So yeah, we've definitely been here before. Beautiful as ever, honestly. But worth noting is that down here there must be a lot of things. I want to find a way down that's pretty much natural. But yeah, this could be a good place to set up. But let's keep going because there were 2 lakes, definitely, right? 2 lakes on that little map. We've got 1. I need to see where the other one is, though. Oh, this is looking pretty. Is this the lake I was thinking about before? I think it is. And if it is, that means that... let me just take a good look at it. Oh, yeah. This is it. This is definitely it. I can see it now. The picture is forming clearly in my head. This is the perfect area, surrounded by trees in a small cove, just above this little lake, from which we could extract water, I think. This is the perfect area to have our base. Maybe it'll be a little high to avoid the trees, but I like it. I like this area. And what better place to get concrete than my refueling station? Yeah, you know the one I mentioned at the start of episode 12, right? This one? Well, It's very much different than it was before, and so I think I'm going to show it off just before I start building the foundations and, you know, connecting the grid to the eventual new area. But before I do that, let me just show you this. Power Pole Mark 1. Now, as you can see, I've got a completely smooth and steady, constant production of 7,500 megawatts of power, and my consumption is 6,500 during the day, and at night it gets a little worse because of all the lights I have. What does all that mean for me and, well, this new factory I've got planned? Simple. I need to rush through it as quickly as possible, lest my batteries, you know, don't manage to hold out, and, well, here it is. Look, it's pretty. Oh, the storage, it reaches 4 floors high! It's beautiful. It is really beautiful, at least in my opinion. So over here we've got the production of, I believe, modular frames, that's right. Over on the left side, over here, we've got the production of rotors, up there. Base materials, second floor is where the rotors are being made. Plenty of windows, as you can see. I love the windows in this game. I love that they included them. Just the ability to see outside is good enough for me. Over on this side, we've got the base materials being made for, oh right, the iron rods and the iron plates in order to make the modular frames. Go up the ladder. This second part, of course, all these still go out there. And over here we have the rotors. All in all, it works really well. It looks very nice. Plenty of lights, plenty of space, plenty of windows to view things. And where was I? Oh, right. So my power situation. Currently stable, yes. At night, sometimes it goes a little overboard. The batteries do their job just fine. Days are longer than the nights, meaning that I don't have any trouble with storing power. Problem is, let's just take this elevator. Whoop! Problem is that when I add new buildings, like the entire setup I've got right now planned for the new area, that's going to take the power overboard. So I do need to rush on that. I need to get the materials out as quickly as possible, upgrade to the elevator mark, whatever, tier 7 and 8, and then we got to find that quick workaround for... because I remember that in order to make the nuclear resistant stuff like the hazmat suit and all that, here's the doggo's temporary little area with a ramp. I'll eventually move it. Yeah, but in order to get nuclear going, we need to first process aluminium. So it's going to be one big mess. I just need to be able to do it quick enough so that my power does not run out. And just because I never showed it off, here's the strut, the other strut I mentioned. It's another storage area, just a bunch of little things here and there, wires, etc., etc. I very much like the way it came out as well. Hop in the hypertube, and oof, this is also very nice, just a large tunnel. This I had already remembered or planned from the very beginning. This is an entirely empty area though, literally just for this one belt. And then up here, well, the production of things that go over there, mostly storage. Nothing related to any other process, but I like the way it came out. Very uniform. Very uniform. And then we hop in this other hypertube. We lag out a bit, because that's what the game does. More windows on this side, because why not? I love it. And ironically, I don't actually have concrete at that refueling station, but I do have over here. I don't think I ever showed this off either, but it's my concrete storage. A lot of little silos with a lot of concrete. Oh. It's not even full yet. I've been playing for hours, not today, not for this episode, but since I built this thing, and it's still not full. And now, given the height difference between the desert area and the Forest of Titans, the Titan Forest, I think that's what it's called because of the massive trees, I wonder how that'll work out after Update 5. Let's start building. I'm gonna start connecting this to the grid, and I'll meet you there. I hope I don't have to lower too much or go up too much. I'm thinking that I'll be able to reach it just fine. And the only downside about doing this or exploring from these kinds of heights is that everything on the map along the way should get revealed, which isn't much though, but I'm guessing I'll get to see a few little bits of things uncovered. How ironic. The height difference is such that I actually have to go up higher. Ha! And so here we are, with the most basic and most skeleton-y of skeletons possible. I'm still working out the kinks here, you know. I try to make it so that every support pillar, whenever they're placed, every leg, and every corner doesn't clip into anything, and that includes shrubbery. So I'm still figuring out where each of the support pillars will go, and just how long I want to make this. Maybe it won't be as elongated as I originally intended it to be. Instead, it'll be kind of square. Who knows? But it's already coming along, and I like that very, very much. And I get the feeling this forest is it's the reason I'm lagging so much. The game doesn't like when you put in too many factories, but this place, whew. I can only imagine it's because of the leaf textures and all that, but it seriously does not like me being here, or building, or running, or anything, really. But anyway, I'm gonna get to fixing up the kinks in this place, properly setting up the foundation, floor, and honestly, I can already picture it. I can picture it, maybe not the way I had intended it originally, but maybe this could be where the tower is, and over towards the back, the space elevator. Who knows, who knows. For now, thank you so much for watching this episode of the Satisfactory non-series. If you liked it, then, you know, please leave a like, and consider subscribing. But as always, I'm the only me, so you be the only you. See you next time.